Good day guys, and welcome back to another video. In today's video we're going to do a range test with the DJI FPV drone, and we're not only going to do it with the normal controller, we are going to do it with the motion controller as well to see if there is any difference between these two controllers. So the first controller we're going to use is the standard controller, and let's see how long we can fly before we start losing signals and before it fail safes and comes home. So we're just going to fly across the water here, and I'm going to give it some altitude to get it a little bit higher up here. There shouldn't be any interferences where I'm flying right now, and we are currently at 300 meters and I'm going 35 kilometers an hour, and the height is 27 meters. We can pull it a little bit higher up here to around 40. And just gonna give it a little bit more throttle here, and we're now at 500 meters and we have 26 satellites. The signal dropped 1 bar, 2 bars, now it's up to 3 again, and we are at 700 meters now, and the battery is 86%. Gonna give it some altitude here, not fly over those buildings here, just keep it over here. I'm gonna start to see some grainy images right now. Now we're at 1,000 meters. Let's pull it a little bit up here, starting to lose the signal. It's still fine, still have 3, so a little bit glitchy. Now at 1,200 meters and going 42 kilometers an hour, and now I'm actually starting to lose the signal. Signal bar is down to 1 now. It's up to 2. Still going, still going. I'm gonna turn it a little bit over those trees here, and we got 1,500 meters, a little bit of wind coming in here now. Altitude is 86 meters and we're at 1,700 meters now. Still high wind velocity. So it's a little bit windy out there, but I think we can do it. I think we can manage to pull through. So I think the average here is around 2,000 meters for the average CE drone. I think unless you are in a really open space with no interferences or Wi-Fi signals or anything going on, then you might be able to fly a little bit longer, I think. I'm not sure. So we're at 2,000 meters now. High wind velocity again. Signal is very weak now. I can still see the image quite clearly, but the signal dropped. And we're now at 2,100, 2,200 meters. I'm just gonna drift a little bit here to the left. I'm gonna go over here. And the battery now is 69% and we're at 2,300, 2,400 meters now. At 2,500 meters now. Battery is 67. Signal is still good. Altitude is 89. Now at 2,580, 2,600 meters. The signal to the drone is fairly weak now. Oh, it bumped up again. So it's 3 bars on the image transmission signal weak. We're at around, let's see, signal weak. And there I think I lost the signal. Let's see if I can raise the controller a little bit. No, we have the signal back again. And we're at 2,800 meters now. Just hope this drone comes back again though. I think I can manage to find it out here. If I lose it, 2,900, 3,000 meters now, low battery. So it's coming home now. So I'm gonna turn around and just fly towards the home point. Okay, I lost the signal, so hopefully this is coming home again. So 3,100 meters I think was the exact distance before it turned home. So signal is coming back here. 54% battery. So we managed to get 3,100 meters with the standard controller, which is pretty impressive, even for a CE mod. Now let's move over to the motion controller here to see if we can get close to 3,100 meters as well, which we did with the normal controller. And let's just fire it up and see what we get. So we have the record going on here, and what I have in the goggles right now is interference in motion controller location. I'm not sure if that is something that I need to worry about, but we're gonna try it anyway and see how far we can go. Now let's pull this a little bit up here to around 20. Let's go a little bit higher first. 40 meters, 50, 60 and 70. Okay, so let's just push this forward a little bit here so we can start progressing in the distance. So currently at 300 meters and going at a speed of 36 kilometers per hour. Battery is 90% now. And there's still full signal. And we can push the speed a little bit. So 42 kilometers per hour now. And distance is now 600 meters. Let's pull it a little bit down here. It's a little bit too high. We have it now at, go a little bit further down to around 80 meters again. And having full throttle now at 42. And there it stopped. There it stopped at 810 meters. 810 meters, and we have pressed the brake button. Let's try a little bit more here to see if that was just something that popped up and was because of the wind velocity. We can go a little bit slower, around 900 meters now, and we are at 20 kilometers per hour. The signal is quite decent actually. We have 27 satellites as well. Battery is 81%, and we are now at 1,000 meters. I keep getting the interference in motion controller location, so that might be because of the area that I'm standing, and we have the air brakes again coming in. So at 1,000 meters, the signal is getting very weak, and we keep getting these stops here. So let's go a little bit further. I'm not sure how far I want to push this motion controller. It's quite scary actually. Got 2 stops already. Interference coming on. 1,200 meters now. Speeds 20 kilometers per hour. And the signal is getting a little bit weak now. And I'm about to lose the signal, I think. Just gonna fly a little bit over here. Just get away from those houses. And distance is 1,300 meters now. Close to 1,400. Altitude is 40 meters. Still have 27 satellites, which is good. The signal is jumping up and down on the transmission to the goggles here. 1,500 meters. Oh, the signal is now weak on the goggles. 1,600 meters. 1,700 meters. Okay, so I'm just gonna pull this this home again. I'm a little bit scared of what could happen if I lose the signal on this, and to be honest, I don't really want to find out. So I reckon this can go in an open field around easily 2,000 meters. I'm not sure if it can do. You see, there we are getting lots of the signals again. I'm not sure if it can do the full 3,100 as the standard controller did. I don't think this has the same range, to be honest. I highly doubt that this has the same range as the standard controller. But around 2,000 meters is probably what you're gonna get in the average usage. So around 1,000 meters should be, you know, the distance that you should fly. You can fly longer if you want to do that, but I wouldn't push this further than around 1,000 meters. Probably 500 is my usual distance when I fly. I try to get pretty close to what I want to film, so I have the best signal possible, even with my Mavic 2 Pro, just to try to get less interferences and closer to the drone itself when I'm flying. So that's also something that you might consider, flying closer to, or driving closer, or walking closer to the area where you want to fly a drone. It's really helpful on the signal and will also prevent you from fail-safe and a lot of return to home and signal loss and all of that. So yeah. Now before we head back to the studio, I have one battery left, so I'm just gonna play around in manual mode. So just enjoy, and I'll see you back in the studio. So we managed to get 3,024 meters with the standard controller and 1,757 with the motion controller, which both are really good. Now you're going to use the two different controllers in two different scenarios and in different ways. You're not going to use the motion controller for long travels, for long distance flights, because it is going to be a little bit more shaky because it depends on the movement in your hand. So that's when you want to use the standard controller. Now I was really scared to push this motion controller far as well, because I felt like I had more issues with it than I had with the standard controller when I was flying a longer distance. So that's why I also decided to pull it home. Now I also tried to find some settings in the goggles for the motion controller to find something that could prevent it from breaking mid-air. Now I didn't find any settings, and I tried to Google and I tried to go to the DJI forums, but the only related issues to the DJI FPV was the FPV system, where we have the camera and the goggles and not really the FPV drone combo. So if you have a way of fixing that, or if you know what the problem is, please leave a comment down in the comment section below so I can check that out and probably fix it for the future. So again, for long distance flights, I recommend using the standard controller, but if you are in to have some amazing fun with the DJI FPV drone, I highly recommend that you get a hold of this or test it out if you have the possibility to do that, because this is extremely fun to fly with. It's not as fun as flying in manual mode, but flying with this, you have also the GPS, and if you release the acceleration button here, then it's gonna hover and you are just, it's safety. You have all the safety features if you use the motion controller, and you also get somewhat the same looks as you can get in manual mode, if you're not gonna like do flips and spins and all of that, and just in for cinematic videos. So that's basically gonna be the end of today's video. I hope you enjoyed the footage as well. Let me know in the comment section below, and also make sure to hit that subscribe button if you are new to this channel and if you want to see more content like this. Also leave a like if you enjoyed the content, and see you guys in the next video.